What is that? What is that?
Berry cobbler. Jinx 510.
Look at all that.
No!
Morning. It's the first time that we're feeding the baby solid food. That thing.
So many of my favorite moments are sitting out here on this deck in the morning and just looking out at the lake and the camp and hearing the early noises, watching the fog come off.
We're here at the candy store. Filia's gonna get some candy, so am I. What kind of candy do you want, Filia?
I'm gonna see if there's Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
What'd you get?
Licorice.
Do you like it?
Yeah, they look like big strings.
Yeah.
She didn't want chocolate because she wants to eat it slowly, not worry about if it's melting.
Those Sour Patch Kids? Karen, or Lulu, asked the question, would you tell the story of when and how you met? So this is the place where Cammie and I met. It was in the summer of 1994, and we were in this program called TCL, which stands for Training in Christian Living. At this age for junior hires, it was a week long, and these are the people that like do all the dishes, and they clean the toilets, and they serve the campers.
They serve food. I was 14, Ben was 15. Now, I don't remember Ben from this week. And this may sound funny if you watched our vlogs enough, but I think he was kind of quiet. And I was really quiet.
We do have a picture from this week, and I think it was taken right over there, but Cammie thinks it was taken more over there. In 1996, we came up for a month of this same program. There was always free time from 1 to 3, and then at 4 o'clock we had this thing called the 4 o'clock meeting. And it was right there in that brick house. In TCL, they did these things called one-on-ones, which was just a way for you to spend 20 or 30 minutes to get to know the other campers. And they had this schedule so that there was 10 guys and 10 girls, and in the course of the month, you would spend a one-on-one with everyone. Well, this particular day, after this 4 o'clock meeting, they said, pick a one-on-one with whoever you want. So we were walking on this path right here, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be nice to have a one-on-one with Cammie? I said, Cammie, would you like to have a one-on-one with me? And she said, haven't we already had a one-on-one together? And I was like, oh, maybe you're right.
Tail between your legs.
Can you believe she did that to me?
I didn't even remember where that rejection took place.
Summer of 97, I came back again for a month. And I would say for me, that was when I knew. I knew I had like a thing for Cammie. I was like, this girl seems pretty interesting to me. And the vibe that I got from her was...
Ben was just another boy. Kind of. I mean, I did like him as a buddy. But Ben hung in there.
I'd come back here for the summers, but in between, I would write Cammie letters. Like, a lot of letters. and she wouldn't so much write me back.
This is like an ongoing disagreement. Because he says I only wrote him a few times. And I think I counted 8 to 10 letters that I wrote back to him. Now, I don't think it was as many as he wrote to me. I didn't really write to anyone else. So I guess that was like...
Well, that makes me feel a ton better.
Good.
By the summer of '99, I was finished with the high school age of being in the TCL program, and I was actually a counselor. And it was actually for that month being up here that I remember I had already bought this ring right here for, I think, $243, if I remember right. I was 18 years old, and I was ready to propose because we had spent a year at college together. So I went to Cammie's parents, and I said, hey, I'm interested in your daughter. And they said, why don't you wait? So it actually wasn't for another 6 months that we got engaged, because by then I went back, and I think at that time they realized maybe I wasn't going away. So that's our story. We hope you enjoyed it. It's a good story for us. We hope it's a good story for you. One of the big events here this week is the Pickleball Tournament. For me, it's like one of the highlights. Pickleball was something I was really good at in high school, and it's like most of what I did up here. The problem is, that was like 20 years ago. Today, there's two things. There's doubles, and my dad and I are playing on the same team today. Seven played his first game today and he won. And I'm gonna be up here in the adult singles. So you guys are gonna see what pickleball looks like. It's kind of like a miniature, slower version of tennis, which is why I really like it, because the court's smaller and you get to slam a lot more, and it's a little bit more forgiving. It is time for our doubles pickleball game. Some of you have said that you want to see more of my dad on this vlog. This is your chance.
And his bald spot.
Dad, how are you feeling about this pickleball game?
I hope you're going to carry me. We need to win. We cannot let the Crawford name down. Round one, victorious. What was 11-1, 11-4?
Tonight is the best dinner of the entire week. Possibly of my entire life. I'm not exaggerating. Garrett.
Yeah, buddy.
Tell these folks about the Salmon Bake.
Salmon Bake is epic. I mean, you just can't beat it. The cheesy bread. I mean, that's like, you dream about the cheesy bread.
How would you describe the Salmon Bake?
It's kind of indescribable. You have to be here it's an experiential thing. It's not a describable thing.
So what they're describing is 3 times a summer they have a Salmon Bake, and they've been doing this for 50 years probably. Here's the salmon right here. It comes in today from Alaska. And look at that, there's 3 racks. These are huge fillets. And they put that secret sauce on it, which if you've ever been to my house, that's the same recipe I use for my salmon. And then they cook it over alderwood coals like this, and they finish it by smoking it with alder leaves. It is so good. I really cannot describe to you how good this stuff tastes. Can you please describe the salmon bake to me?
Okay, fun. Like in one word or?
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Hang on. Kelly, how would you describe the salmon bake?
Awesome.
Okay, go.
Very like,
Okay, go.
Okay. So at the Salmon Bake, you like meet a lot of new people, and you see like a bunch of people that like you know and you haven't seen in like a long time.
Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, you see like new people and then you see like, oh yeah, I remember you from like 5 years ago.
All right, good job, cousins.
Yeah.
This is where they're getting ready for the salmon bake. Carolina, how would you describe the salmon bake?
Salmon, cheesy bread, fruit.
Ooh.
Salmon bake is, in my opinion, the best food of the week.
Let's go check on this fish. I like to wear the collared shirt down here just out of respect for the salmon. Oh man, do you hear that? Oh wow, look at that. Oh, that smells so good. Uncle Tony, how would you describe the salmon bake?
Delicious. It's one of the highlights, and I don't like salmon.
Oh, there you go.
I just like the day of Salmon Bake because many familiar old faces show up.
All right, how is it?
Pretty good, really.
Very good.
Good?
Delicious.
Just like we remember.
Primo.
All right.
Oh, the cheesy bread. You need a little pepper?